Skincare is a huge and popular topic right now, and we all want to know how to take care of our skin in order to look our best. It helps to have a professional by your side to help you take care of your skincare decade by decade. Our pro for that is Dr. Campbell Waldrop of the MedSpa at IQ. I'd like to welcome you to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. This is a great topic. I think all women like to talk about skincare because we all want to look our best every decade, right?
Yes.
But you say prevention is key. Doctor, what do you mean by that?
Well, I think we were kind of going to work our way through the 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, but you know, even when I was growing up, sunblock really wasn't that important, and I think now people realize how much taking care of your skin early on helps, and so many of the things that we offer at the MedSpa can help people take care of their skin and help them, you know, keep their best look for the longest period of time that they can.
And we're not just talking about creams, because and they can only do so much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of good stuff, but it starts with, you know, daily sun protection. It starts with how you're cleaning your skin, or you're exfoliating, all sorts of good stuff. And then really depending on the patient and what they're interested in and how much they're willing to do, there are other options because there are chemical peels. And then as you know, Botox has a lot of good things, fillers. I know we've talked about the BBL before, and those are all wonderful options.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about all that.
Okay.
Okay, so in your 20s, definitely start using sunscreen. That is a no-brainer.
Even in your teens, if you can get them to do it.
Okay, and that's when you start cleansing and exfoliating. Okay, as you move into your 30s, how do you change your routine?
So I think you keep those things, and I almost think of it as you just keep building on the good foundation that you're already using. So you start with that skincare stuff. You're still going to use that, but then maybe depending, and a lot of it has to do with genetics and particular facial features, but some people may really want to do Botox in their 30s. And I know sometimes people say, oh, that's too early, and in some ways they're right, but it does work better in prevention than it does in cure, and really it's such a safe product. You can try it and see how you like it.
And you're so right when you say some of it is genetic, because I know in my family we get those two little lines right here. So no matter how much we try with you know, creams.
And some people just the way they concentrate. And so it's one of those things where they're like, oh, I'm not angry, but people ask me. You know, I hear that regularly, and so it's a really nice way to kind of try to head that off.
Definitely. All right, your 40s. You say that's a time when you start obviously experiencing hormone changes, right? So what do we do to take better care of our skin then?
So again, still using the same sorts of things. You may want to look at some skin care, some chemical peels. And one of the things I've really learned is that a lot of people are spending money purchasing this stuff, and they haven't really looked at their skin. They don't know what to look for. Janet, who's my esthetician at the MedSpa, we've worked together for 15 years. She's great, and I think we really pride ourselves on trying to give people good advice. So it's a free consultation with her, and you get a sense of what you're interested in, what really might do you well, because there's some things that are out there, like the retinols, and there are various things, but they have to be used appropriately, and she's so good at helping kind of guide you through that process.
That is so good to know, because first of all, there's so many products that they can get overwhelming. And second of all, we start to combine this product with that product, and we're probably doing more harm than good, right?
So like one of the ones, a lot of times people talk about Retin-A or retinols, and they can be great. If you have rosacea, it may not be so great. It might make you more red. So there's certain little things, and again, that's hopefully what we can provide you all, is that kind of expertise and some advice on what might be the best things for your skin and your situation.
All right, what about in our 50s? What do we start doing?
So I think Botox is absolutely great in the 50s, and I think some of the fillers are really great in the 50s. The fillers, I love doing them for the kind of the folds around the mouth, for the lips, and you know, it's really, I tell people, it's not so much about making things bigger, it's about giving you back some of the volume that you've lost.
Okay.
So they're wonderful. They're one of the things I enjoy doing the most, because they just, you know, you can see the difference. It lasts about a year. It's fun.
Yeah, and so the fillers are right here.
They can be right through here.
Okay.
They can be in the lips. We'll sometimes use them up higher on the cheekbone or down here. They're those little folds called the marionette lines, the puppet lines, and so sometimes you can help improve that area also.
Wonderful. What about 60s? Did we say 60s, 70s?
60s, 70s, and again, coming back to genetics. But I think at that point you're beginning to look at more surgical options in addition to the other things. You know, I do probably about 500 people a year for eyelid surgery, so we do a lot of that. And those are things that can really help. And what's interesting is, we're talking about women, but there are a lot of men, and there are more men who are getting interested in all these things. And for guys, they're very willing to do their eyes. It's an interesting process. Some of the other stuff they're not quite so sure of, but eyelid surgery, the upper eyelids, the lower eyelids, those are great ones. Again, some of it's genetics, because I have some people in their 40s, 30s even, who could potentially use those surgeries, but it just depends on their build.
Does it hurt?
The eyelid surgery, there's a little bit of discomfort, but generally, no. It
makes a big difference.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've built a career out of it, and so I think it's great for people. Most of the time afterwards, Tylenol really takes care of it for most people.
Really?
So that's not the big part.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, that is certainly good to know, because yes, droopy eyelids run in my family as well. They really do.
Yeah.
Such great information. And if you want more information on everything that Dr. Waldrop does, you can contact him at his number there that you see right there on the on the screen. And you can also reach them online and check them out online. But Dr. Waldrop, would you stick around, because we're going to talk a little bit more about holiday skincare when we come back. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.